Morning, Crabby Bill. Heading for the woods. 4:55 a.m. Temperature's not too bad. It's showing in the upper 30s. But we got heavy winds coming today. From my understanding, we're supposed to have 20 to 30 mile an hour northeast winds starting around 8 a.m. So I'm hoping to get in a tree stand at least for a couple hours this morning, and then maybe do a little ground hunting. Just have to see what this wind's going to do. I know I said last week that I was heading for deer camp this week, but again, comes down to going up to deer camp and setting up for the winter, or I was able to get in the woods and do some hunting. So I opted for the hunting. I'd like to get up there and see what's going on, see how the pond's doing. I'm sure it's probably clogged up with leaves by now, but I'm hoping to get out here in the woods today, and doesn't matter to me, buck or doe. I wouldn't mind getting that buck that's been coming around in the afternoons, but I don't know if I'm going to be out there that late today. See what happens with this wind. So, crossing the Waltman Bridge. Got almost an hour ride. I'll check back. Well, Crabby Bill here. I made it into the woods and heading to my tree stand. I got about 3/4 of a mile to go, and I'm hearing lots of shotgun blasts. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I guess it is technically, you could start shooting now, but shotgun season isn't for a few weeks. So I don't know who's out here shooting, and hopefully they're not too close to my stand. But pretty windy out here. A little cool, not too bad, not nearly like last week. But I'm hiking to the stand, and I'm thinking, although I'm wearing my harness, I think I'm going to sit on the ground. The wind's supposed to be gusting between 20 and 30, so I don't think I'm going to be in a tree. I'll check back. Well, it's about 7:15, I guess, and although the wind isn't horrible yet, it's every now and then you get a pretty good gust that's making this tree rock and roll. I just had 3 doe come through. All 3 were pretty small, but they never even came into an area where I could shoot. They stayed in that thick brush. I'm going to hang in the stand for a little bit. The wind's not really supposed to get too bad until after 8 o'clock. So I'm going to stay here at least for another hour and then find a spot on the ground and check back. Well, it's a little after 9 a.m. and I had to get out of the tree stand. The wind was cooking. Felt like I was out on a boat fishing. Down here now, I'm just sitting underneath the stand at the moment. Haven't had anything since those 3 doe earlier. Just going to sit here a few minutes, let things settle down, and then see if I can find a nice spot to sit. Where I'm sitting now, I would have a shot at where most of the doe have been coming in and out, or even that buck in the afternoon last week walked through the same spot. So it's a really narrow little corridor there, but I guess it beats nothing. So I'll check back. Trying to find some place to either sit or stand for this afternoon, and I think this is what I'm coming up with. I got this tree to stay up against here, and if I clear out a little bit here, these briars, I could sit down in here, and hopefully I can get something coming across. It's that trail over that way where the deer have been coming from, and you want to cross this way. I have the wind coming out of the northeast here, so it looks like I might be pretty good. I'm going to mark this spot, and then I'm going to head back to the truck, get something to eat, some water, and then hopefully be back out here by 12:30. It's around 10 o'clock now, and although it really doesn't look it up in that tree, they're rocking and rolling. So I'm gonna have to stay out of there, listening to branches fall and all that. So looks like this is going to be my afternoon spot. I'll check back. Well, it's about 12:20. I'm back out here. I'm in this, going to hide behind a tree here. It's too windy still to get up in these trees, blowing all over the place. So I'm going to hide here. Got a nice little shooting area. I'm not going to be able to do too much sitting. I got to stand up, hide behind this tree here. At least the wind's right in my face, and we'll see how this goes. I'm going to give it a try. Just worried about these branches blowing out of the trees. But I'll check back with you. Crabby Bill here. So I forgot to put an ending to the video last night as I was driving home because I stopped to see friends who were camping nearby where I was hunting. So I hung out with them for a while, and not only didn't I do that, when I got home I didn't work on the video at all. Had a couple of beers, some really good food, and went to bed after sitting in that wind all day. Was interesting there at the end. A very small buck had come in and couldn't have been 15 feet from me. Saw me, ran right by, kind of hung in the tall grass for a little bit, and then started snorting at me. So after he wandered off, I tried to grunt him back. He came back for about 30 seconds or so, snorted at me a few more times, and then took off. But I didn't know what was going to happen because of the wind. It was really blowing. I kept looking at the weather, and it kept on saying gale warning. So it was gusting up to 30 mile an hour. And I think the last hour and a half, I probably could have got back in the tree stand, but I wasn't going to chance it. So the big question was whether the deer were going to move around in the wind. I didn't see anything that was really a shooter size. So, everything moving around in that wind was really young. So I guess that's the question. Do the more mature deer move around in the wind, or is it just the real young deer? So had a good day. Next week I'm definitely going to deer camp, and got my buddy Wes going with me, and I'm looking forward to it. Hope to have a good time. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe. If you have any photos of the deer that you've gotten, put it in the comments. I'd like to see that somebody shot something. But that's the end of my permit bow season. I had a real nice time. Saw a lot of deer. Could have shot a small one or two, but it was worth it. It was nice. I had a good time. So thanks for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and see you next time.